Answering the phone in the ICU. I work as a project manager in the fast-paced tech industry, handling multinational projects involving huge amounts of money. I'm often contacted at odd hours of the day, usually late at night. 2 years ago, my wife received a horrifying diagnosis. She had a rare and serious form of lymphoma. The treatment involved surgery, several rounds of inpatient chemotherapy, and an allogeneic bone marrow stem cell transplant. At that time, I became the sole breadwinner for the family, her primary caregiver, and the main parent to our 3 young children. During this difficult period, almost every colleague showed incredible support. My boss and leadership granted me as much paid time off as I needed, knowing that I always work hard. Even so, I continued working throughout her treatment. Whenever she had an appointment or chemotherapy, I would take 2 to 3 hours off, setting an out-of-office notification on my email and messaging apps to focus on being with her. However, one salesman clearly didn't care about any of this. His commission must have been too large for him to be deterred by my out-of-office message, and he kept bombarding me with urgent requests. I should have ignored his messages, but I replied, letting him know that I was out of the office and would call him back later when I was available. But he wouldn't take no for an answer and insisted that I handle it immediately. So I answered his team's call, turned on the camera, and took the call in the chemotherapy room where my wife was sitting, bald, curled up in a ball, pale, and exhausted from both the chemo and the bone marrow transplant. He asked where I was, and I explained. The urgency in his voice vanished instantly. His tone softened. "Oh man, can you just call me back later?"